Guantanamo is in the news. Why should it be in the news? Well, some time ago, Congress passed a law requiring the Department of Defense to come up with a plan of what could be done with the prisoners left there from the War on Terror going back to 9/11 and after. The deadline has just come. President Obama therefore announced that plan developed by the Department of Defense. Before we get to that though, the question to answer here is, how did we happen to have Guantanamo in the first place? Why is it ours? And here we have to give you a history behind the news. And Guantanamo came to the United States as a consequence of the Spanish-American War back in 1898. The Cubans had revolted against the Spanish, and for a variety of reasons, the United States intervened to stop the Spanish from trying to crush the revolt, and in the process, defeated the Spanish Army and Navy located there. And the Cubans expected that they would gain independence as a result. What they got was quasi-independence. The United States established a protectorate over Cuba, meaning that Cuba could govern itself, but that the United States had the right to intervene at any time to protect its interests in the Caribbean and to protect Cuba ostensibly from anyone who might try and interfere in Cuba besides ourselves. As part of that deal, Cuba was required to turn Guantanamo Bay and its surroundings over to the United States as a lasting military base. If you look at a map, you can see why. The United States would want to have this place. And you will see that there is the main entrance route into the Caribbean, in fact, will take you directly to the Panama Canal, which at that time had yet to be built. What was that body of water between Cuba and Haiti. So location, location, location explains why the United States acquired Guantanamo Bay as a military base, and it has remained in our hands ever since. Even when Castro took over Cuba, the United States retained control over this base. So even the Cuban Revolution could not loose it from our hands. And the odds of, so why Guantanamo? Guantanamo is a secure military base. It's highly unlikely that anyone could possibly escape there, and if they did, they would have wound up in the tender hands of Castro's government. So it's a legacy, really, of the Spanish-American War.